Dear Saint, we continue with our study for lessons of faith from Joshua. On the lesson 5, we are looking at God fights for you, and this lesson will run from October 25th to October 31st as we prepare for the Sabbath of November 1. Now, for this Sabbath afternoon on October 25th, we are required to read, as we study this week's lesson, Genesis chapter 15, verse 16, Leviticus chapter 18, verse 24 to 30, 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1 and verse 8, Exodus chapter 23, verse 28 to 30, Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 10, verse 15 to 18, and Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. Our memory text for this week is Joshua chapter 10, verse 42. Joshua chapter 10, verse 42, English Standard Version says, "And Joshua captured all these kings and their land at one time, because the Lord God of Israel fought for Israel." Let me repeat. Joshua chapter 10, verse 42 says, "And Joshua captured all these kings and their land at one time, because the Lord God of Israel fought for Israel." Joshua chapter 10, verse 42, English Standard Version. The book of Joshua contains some disturbing scenes. Serious questions are raised by the concept of a divine or holy war portraying a group of people with a God-given mandate to destroy another group. The issue of divine war in the Old Testament is challenging. God appears in the Old Testament as the sovereign Lord of the universe. Therefore, everything that happens must somehow be related to his direct or indirect will. So, the question, and I quote, "How can God allow such things?" end of quote, becomes inevitable. Last week, we saw that God himself is involved in a conflict that is far greater than any war or battle fought in human history, a battle that permeates every aspect of our lives. We saw too that the events of both biblical and secular history can be fully understood only in light of this conflict. This week, we continue to explore the complexity of divinely sanctioned wars, the limitations and conditions of divine war, the final vision of peace offered by the Old Testament prophets, and the spiritual implications of such wars. Let's study this week's lesson ahead of November 1st, 2025 Sabbath. May the Lord keep you so that we have another chance to look at His Word tomorrow. Thank you.